Hello there, and welcome back to the flight deck. Welcome back to another episode of our Grand Austria tour with the beautiful COWS DA40 XLS. We're in Gmunden, where we left off the last time. As always, the plane is fully checked from the outside. She's in a great shape. Everything is looking good. We still have plenty of fuel left in her, so no refueling needs to be done today. And without any further ado, I will start setting up the plane. Today's flight is going to take us into Krems, which will be approximately 70 nautical miles of flying for us. We're going all along Linz here, basically, so all the way to the east, and then we're gonna head up north. Let's real quick. First of all, let's get the warning out. Check our flight controls that they are working free and nice. Everything is moving nicely. That is perfect. Let's quick check our flaps. They are moving free and good as well, and the lighting is correct as well. Perfect. Close up the canopy and checking on everything over here. We are looking all good, very nice. Let's go into our engine page. 32 gallons left. That is pretty accurate. Work with that. 25.6 volts. Cold engine start. Everything is looking good. We are going to select the right tank for start. Alternate strobe. And we'll quick check down here. Okay, everything is nice and set for the engine start.
So, system test. Okay.
Perfect, thank you. Full pump on, advanced throttle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back, lower the throttle. And here she comes. A little bit of a rough start, but it did work better than the last time. And now let's come straight down here. Perfect. And here we go. We should be nice and set. So, going through our question mark again, cage, standby horizon. Altimeters will be set later on. Nothing popped over here. Fuel pump off. We're gonna lean in the mixture a little bit. Come down on our RPM count. Okay, and the avionic master can come on. Once that is happening, let's check the pitot. A little low on the M's, it feels like, but yeah, doesn't matter. Let's go into our flight plan. Lulu is correct, and then we're gonna go to our destination is Lima Oscar Alpha Golf. Enter. We're not going to select the runway. We have a little bit of what was it again? 147. And Austria. Yeah. Then we get Victor Papa 155. And Austria. Yeah. Waypoint called Sydney. I think, yes, that is correct. Then we got one more, which will be, I think it was Victor Papa 200. Let's check real quick. Yes, that's correct. We can enter that in here. Austria, there we go. Now, our destination, Echo airspace, 8,500 feet or below. Okay, so we will climb to 5,500 should be good altitude. Our departure will be 2,500 feet. That's where the traffic pattern is. That was one. That's good. So that is all set up. We can push enter in here. This is what we're climbing to. Well, that's not. Well, that doesn't really matter. Just profile wisely. Huh. What did that just do? Okay, I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's leave that out. We need the waypoints only, and that's just for orientation. We can see that there might be a little bit of weather along our way. It should be quite a nice weather. But we might occasionally come into see about that once we are on our way. Nevertheless, we're all set up on this. I will tune in with the tower frequency and get ourselves some departure information. Let's just verify that the frequency is correct. 122080, that is perfect. Okay. Radio, hello, Oscar Echo Fox.
Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima, Gmunden, Laarkirchen, Airfield Info. Hello, pass your message.
Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima is a VFR Diamond Star from Gmunden to Krems, and we request departure information.
Oscar Echo Lima, good afternoon. Runway 08 in use, left circuit QNH 1014, surface wind 290 at 4.
QNH 1 Foxtrot Echo Lima. Okay, 08 left circuits. That is our
Oscar
check.
Echo Lima, can you repeat that?
Okay, I'm just not going to answer to that. It's just going to. There are some problems again. QNH 1014. There we go. And coming into our map. So this one over here, little taxi out, goes to the left, which is good for us because we will simply depart. Which means no big problem with traffic circuits for us. So coming into here, maybe I can set it up again. Oh yeah. Okay. Perfect. Let's do it that way. Let's check real quick. Engine wisely, we are looking good. We got our temperatures locked in. So we're basically all good to go, and we are facing quite a good way, so why don't we do our RUNUP procedure right here? Shall we? Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll do it at the runway still, because I want to test if the brakes are working and everything. So let's do that first. Gmunden traffic, Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima, taxiing to holding point runway 08. Gmunden. Right on.
Oscar Echo Lima, roger.
Check, brakes are working. Instruments, they are all working correctly like they should. also following our world. Almost. We can have the taxi light come off by the time being. So beautiful. This time no cars around here. Nice. Okay, let's bring the mixture full forward. We'll increase the throttle to 2000 RPM. We verify we're almost into the wind as good as we can. There's not much wind going on today. And the engine instruments were all within the green. Let's try to get those 2000 RPMs. There we go. Circle the throttle. 2, 3. Perfect. Magneto. First the left. 90. Right one. Dropping by 100. Perfect. Throttle idle. There we get the warning indication. But other than that, she is looking very nice. Perfect. Fuel pump can come on. And now let's get into our charts real quick. Checklist. Except for that one. I should have done the checklist. Let's do it from here on out, shall we? So the transponder is coming to on now. Of course, we already prepared the timer. Now, for our autopilot test, we haven't done that one as well. We're going to go heading mode, autopilot, left, right, move really, disconnect, hold, disconnect, move the trim, nothing is happening. Trim set for takeoff now. Perfect. Altimeter does the set, autopilot tested, FMS is set up, the taxi checklist we just gone through. We're gonna select the full tank, which is the left tank for now, the taxi light. Okay, we've done all of that. Before takeoff checklist, we run through everything. Let's move them again. Flaps takeoff, trim set for takeoff. We're all set. Line up procedure lights. Let's put everything into the on position. Transponder, we have it on under altitude. Pitot heat is as required. We do not need that one today. The parking brake we can release. The approach sector is clear. Runway is identified and the throttle, of course. Gmunden Lackirchen traffic, Oscar Echo, Foxtrot Echo Lima, lining up. Okay, let's release the brakes. We're still clear on the left side. We are still clear on the right side.
Oscar Echo Lima, runway 08, left circuit, QNH 1014, wind 290 at 4, takeoff at your discretion.
4 knots, very nice. As always, the QNH is something you should always read back, but it causes some problems sometimes with the intentions, so I'll just let it stand. Let's take our turn here. Zero 08 is identified. Not quite on the center line, but it's okay. Okay. One more thing that I want to do is I want to go to the charts, please. Here we are. Approach should give us DV, which will give us a little bit of lateral guidance. So as I said, straight down and before the train tracks. Take a slight left turn and then all the way. Make the Papa 155. These are those 2 points. And with all of that, we are basically set to go. So let's start the timer. Start increasing the throttle. Use a little bit of rudder here already. Airspeed is alive. Coming up with 50 knots. And here we go flying. Beautiful. Climb. Let's climb here. There we go. Should have already done the left turn, by the way. Train decks are somewhere below us. Let's go straight over here. Come to our right here. Turn along that. Just checked. We'll climb. Oh, that was the wrong button. We're on 5,500 now. And here we go. The speed is checked. Flaps can come back on our RPM and on our manifold pressure a little bit. Find a good power setting. It feels like our screens are a little bit dark today. So let's adjust the trim a little bit. Very nice, there we go. And lighting, fuel pump. And here we go. Climb checklist, flaps up, RPM 2,400-ish is set. Fuel pump is off, lights as required. Mixture temperature, we can come to a breeze. So somewhere around, that was a little much. Somewhere around here. Very good. And engine instruments we monitor. And now we start our left turn. We can adjust the range a little bit here. Okay, just like that, we are off. Flying to lens of Austria now. Right next to the mountains. We see some weather, but it doesn't look like it will affect us by much. Okay. Things are looking very nice, but I will do some manual flying today. And this is a little bit. The past episodes we worked with the autopilot quite a lot. It's always good to fly your aircraft by hand sometimes, or actually to keep the feeling of that plane and how it handles. Again. So we climb to our desired altitude. A little to the left here. Let's correct that. We'll be pretty much heading straight for that little hill over here. Should be a good focus point. And then continue our climb. Help us out a little bit with trimming. It feels super dark again. Is it RESHADE? Nope. Oh yeah, RESHADE is having an influence on that. .500 feet to go here. We once again lost a little bit focus on our focus point. Let's try to turn back towards that. I'm almost not using the stick, only for aileron at the moment, as she tends to flip to the left, and she does not have yaw damping. I will switch to Vienna information. We can do that now. Vienna information. Hello, Oscar Echo, Foxtrot Echo Lima.
Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima, Wien info, go ahead.
Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima is a VFR Diamond Star from Gmunden, Laakirchen to Krems, Langenlois, request traffic service.
Oscar Echo Lima, traffic service not available, only information service, QNH 1014, report position, altitude and intentions.
Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima, roger, we are at 5,500. Is Krems, Langenlois in Austria, and we request traffic service.
Oscar Echo Lima, traffic service is on request. Squawk 7465, be like deck.
7465. Squawk 7465, Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima. Before I asked for traffic service and he said that's not available, which makes sense. Traffic information is available, but now it did work. Or did I say something else before? Or did he understand something else? Traffic service not available. He got the wrong destination again. He got St. Donut, which is it is in Austria, but somewhere else. We've been there when we've been to Klagenfurt. Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima, request to change our destination, please.
Oscar Echo Lima, say new destination.
Oscar Alpha Golf. See if it works.
Oscar Echo Lima, destination Lima, Oscar Alpha Golf, roger.
Ah, that worked better than the last time. There we go. Now everything is set up for this flight. Perfect. With the 5,500 feet maintaining, we are good in our flight. Going straight for the edge of the Alltough again. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Nevertheless, let's do some flight plan. Wait, autopilot, nav, alt. Because I want to appreciate those beautiful views that you get off the mountain tops here from the Alps. It's just amazing, isn't it? You gotta love it. To fly over this. One other thing that I want to try is if I go into my settings here. Okay. I do not know why the cockpit. I feel like it wasn't as dark as this the last time we did this. But it is what it is. It seems like we are coming up with some weather over here, it seems like, but shouldn't be much of a problem. That back here, is that lint? It must be lint. Yeah, it should be lint. We're on our good way back. So if I take a look at the bigger map here, this is approximately the region where we started in. It's about this into the Alps. Went all the way over here, that circle up here, and now we're down here from Gmunden over to Slangenlois, and our journey is going to take us back to Bad eventually. Not a lot of flights left. So after this flight, only 2 flights planned anymore. 2 more destinations that I want to visit. Look at that. How beautiful is that looking? That down here, by the way, is you don't want to say dumb stuff. No, it isn't. So this, I think I just lost my orientation. Yeah, I did. Okay, now I'm in again. So this over here is the River Danube. Pretty much the biggest river in Austria, and the longest one. And there's like a little slice of that village down here, or city down here, is located at. So that back there. All the way to Vienna again. Which we will do a little later down the line. Oh, that was a little far. But we're not going to follow directly towards the Danube right now because that's control zone and I want to avoid the control zone. So we're keeping on going straight ahead and then we're going to take our left turns and into Krems pretty much. And as we all said, we're with Slovenia Information right now. We are looked into the autopilot and we're going. I think I'm going to take a cut here and we'll see us again when things get interesting again. See you in a bit. So welcome back. We've been flying for quite some time now. I realized just a few minutes ago that something went wrong turning on them. 25 minutes, something like that. We are right over the river Danube. The weather is getting a little worse. The tips of the clouds, which is exactly what we're going to start our descent anyways now. So let's come back a little bit on our power setting here. We are not too far out of the airport anymore, so starting our descent isn't the worst idea. 3,500 feet will do. Flight plan wisely, it is not giving us a minimum distance, of course. Feet per minute, whatever, you know what I mean. Nevertheless, we've been already, and so they already gave us the airport and said bye-bye. And we are getting closer to the, which means we need to prepare. As far as I know, the QNH should be the same, but we're just going to call in with the airport right now and ask for any information concerning our approach. Down on our power set a little bit more.
Oscar Echo Foxtrot, Echo Lima, Krems Airport Info. Hello, pass your message.
By the way, that should be weird. Lima is 10 miles out southwest for a full stop landing in Krems Langenlois. Request airport information, please. Let's see if we get what we need.
Oscar Echo Lima, good afternoon. Runway 11 in use. Left circuit, QNH 1014, surface wind 050 at 5.
QNH 1014, thank you very much, Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima. Once again, it looks like the textures out here are not as crisp as they could be.
Roger.
Whatever he rogered, whatever he understood there. He got, I'll speak to you soon. Wherever that is. We will now go into our charts. Approach chart, please. I hadn't had those loading problems with the chart. I do not like. We continue our descent to 2,500 feet, by the way, and we get a chart. Thank you. So there are some helicopters and all sorts of stuff. Actually, we're gonna take 3,000 feet. We're gonna stop our descent at 3,000 feet. And then we're going to approach straight. Have a call it rapid descent though. Stuff isn't looking all too good down here. I've seen nicer sceneries. Well, this is not a scenery, but oh, look at that. That's looking nice though. Okay, nevertheless, let's focus on flying. We will take a straight left turn. Actually, our autopilot should be quite good set for that still. We are good with our power. We did... What happened here again? Our maximum height to overfly the airport with, because departures are climbing to 2,500 feet. Nevertheless, we do have to watch. A lot of traffic. Very intensely. Let's get into our preparation real quick. Descent, we do not need to check anything here. Fuel tank, we are on the right tank. We're going to switch to the left tank again. The fuel pump is coming on. Lights are as required. The landing data is received. Altimeters are set. Com, nav, and FMS, power set, everything. On the engine, we can come back with a little bit of fuel here. That, of course, back into the chart window. That is the airfield right in front of here. Okay. Something is wrong with chase plane in the last time, because why is my head crooked right now? Now it's working. I don't know why that happens sometimes, but it does. So in prep, high rate of descent very soon. I am thinking about flying the further approach with flaps 1. Us keep the speed balanced a little bit. So a departure from over 10 basically would take left turn, and then I think we can start preparing. The airport is pretty much below us. There's no traffic. Let's go. Mixture full here. Fuel pump is already on. Flying. And we will start our descent now. Okay. So the traffic circuit is 1,000 feet. I do not see any aircraft anywhere, and nobody is talking on the frequency, and also the controller did not tell us about any traffic, so I feel like we're good. By the way, the fields, they look quite different. So, in case of a go around, we can set our altitude to 1000 above ground level, which should be pretty much 2000-ish feet. We are very high still. Okay. Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima, left downwind runway 10. There's the airport.
Oscar Echo Lima, runway 11 in use, left circuit only. Runway 10 not available.
Try that way. Come down, come down, come down, come down. There's the airfield. Let's hope we do not get traffic behind like the last time. Everything is set for landing. We're coming down nicely on our speed. Reduce the throttle once again.
500.
Nice check. Krems traffic, Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima, final runway 11. A little bit overshooting the runway again, I think. We are fairly fast at the moment. Feels like we're a little high as well. Nevertheless, we're coming in hot. Good, good, good. And here we go. Take a left turn. Recover the engine. Okay, here we are. Let's taxi in. We no need to stop the timer, but stand by the transponder. Lay in the mixture again. Nobody was talking to us, sadly, on our approach, but it is what it is. Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima, vacated the runway. Sometimes it feels like the more... Oscar Echo Foxtrot Echo Lima has vacated the runway. Sometimes it feels like the more natural, the more natural you're talking to the controller, the better he understands you. Wow, what is that? That thing is standing up there. That is looking insane. I have no idea where we should be going to, and I think I will park myself into the grass over here. Yeah, I think we're going to do so. Just take a nice... We're just... Okay. We're a little far out to the front. Let's check it. It should be alright though. We're a little to the left. Oh, we're a little to the right, I mean. But it should be right for the moment. Let's come down on our RPMs to 1000-ish, like that. The fuel pump can come off. And those lights can come off. We could have turned the landing light off, vacating the runway. That's because I didn't use a checklist once again. I really gotta get back into using checklists the next time. Sorry, so grab the flaps are up and the pitot heat and fuel pump is off. That is checked. And now for the parking. Checklist, the parking brake is set. The instruments of check avionic master can come off. Throttle 1000 D RPM is set. We ground on the ignition. Cut off idle. Ignition off. Lights off except for the strobe light. All the electrical consumers are off. Please get rid of that warning light. Thank you. Also, let's deplug ourselves. And battery switches can come off. Strobe light off. Cabin light is off. Everything is checked. We can open up the canopy. And here we are in Krems. Oh look, there's also a plane on the platform up there. Another beautiful flight. Slowly bringing our Grand Austrian tour to an end. Not much flights left, but not many flights left. That sounds better. Nevertheless, I thank you very much for flying with me again. And see you next time. Bye bye.